Hello, dear ones. It's Maria here. Today is November 18th, 2021. And today I would like to talk about A Course in Miracle, the most important book that I ever read in my life. But before that, I would like to thank you for your patience. I realized that my English is not as good as I thought after I saw my recordings, but I usually don't edit my videos because I want the videos to be authentic. I just have an idea what I want to talk about and I just speak from my heart. So, said that, why I want to share about all that knowledge that I have been given the last 15 years. That knowledge has given me a sense of peace that not even the C.1.9 took away from me. And noticing other people so afraid, so disturbed with everything that's going on, I just thought if they knew, if they have the knowledge that I have, they would be having a different experience. So the last year, I have been making notes like that, with some of the bibliography some of the material that I've been studying from, and just giving to random people. I would give it to them, to the waiters. I would give it to any person that was waiting in line with me that gave me some attention. I would give it to people on the supermarket. Everybody that I could call their attention for some time, even though my ego would say, "Oh, you're gonna look very weird. People think you are not really good with your mind." But I didn't really care. Most often I wouldn't see it again anyway. But with that study, you also learn to understand yourself. And you don't really need external validation when you know who you are and where you are. So let me show you A Course in Miracles. This is the Course in Miracles. You see, it's really big. This is a combination version. It has the text, it has the workbook for the students, and it also have the manual for teachers. So the text, what I must learn about the text. That book was written in the early 1970s, and the purpose of that book is to remove the programming from our mind. Believe it or not, our mind has been manipulated. We have been under mind control. We have been induced to believe in certain things, to behave in certain ways that is not really for our own benefit. Doesn't give you any benefits. The benefit goes to somewhere else, from the people on the top. So another thing that I got from that book is, again, we are all one in the mind of God. That's mean we all part of oneness, one consciousness, and we are all connected. We are all connected. You cannot be happy when you hate your brother, because he is just another aspect of yourself. So if you hate him, it's like you hate yourself, and you truly cannot be happy hating yourself. So oneness is one. I can't really explain much about it because Even though I already read through and I'm the third year doing the lessons, I'm not done with. As Tina told, she was the one that introduced me to this book. She has been studying for more than 20 years, and she still have that book close to her today. So maybe you'll never be done with, because every time you read it, you think there is something else that you can learn. Every time you read again, you learn something new. And another part of the second part is the practical part. Okay, how are you gonna deprogram your mind? Do the workshop for the students. There are 365 lessons, and you're supposed to do one lesson a day, no more than one. I thought it was just, no, I'm not gonna spend a whole year reading just one book. I can finish that in 4 months. But you're not supposed to do it too fast, because the programming that your mind suffer have been going on since childhood, and it has been induced on you very slowly. That's why it's so deeply inside your mind. So to undo it, you need to do it slowly too. Our life, we have a sense of reality that's really very different from the truth. And it's for your benefit that you realize that little by little. Because if you do it too fast, you're gonna lose the reference from about yourself. And you don't really want that. You want to undo little by little and still cope with that for some time, and then be ready for the next step. That's what is recommended to do only one lesson a day. And it's a lot of work, I know, but it's really worth. It's really worth, because this sense of peace that I have, even though as I explained in my other videos, I used to be very busy and really juggling with so many tasks during my day. My mind was always on the present, was always on the thing that I was doing at the moment. I was never worrying about things that I haven't done yet. And if in the end of the day I have to prioritize and do the things that I had to do first, and something was left behind, so what? Do when it's possible to do. So it's teach you also to be very easy on yourself, to be gentle. And another thing is, this book teach you to go from fear to love by the practice of forgiveness. And the important lessons about forgiveness is you need to start forgiving yourself, because after you learn to forgive yourself, it's easy to apply to others. You are not able to give what you don't have. So forgive with yourself, and you might think, oh, that's pretty easy. But if you think a little deeper, it's quite hard sometimes, because sometimes you realize you did something that you thought was stupid, that have a really big consequence, and you just wish that you could come back in time and undo it. But everything has a purpose, and God can always use anything that happened to us in a good way. For example, that stupid thing that you did that give you some experience, that experience will help you to accomplish something even better later, that if you didn't have that experience, you would not get to that outcome. Or maybe you get that bad experience, but it's kind of save you from something even worse that maybe you would never even know about. But just trust that everything that you experience in the end always counts for your own good. But it's really important to really focus our mind and put our attention on things that we really want to improve. And another thing that I would like to show you is this book. It's called A Year of Forgiveness. This book goes along with the Course in Miracles. It's a beautiful book, you see, and I put here in my favorite lesson, 94, it says, I am as God created me. What that means? I'm still a thought in the mind of God. I still have, my essence is still love, because we are created from love to love, for love. And as we were created the essence of God, and God is love, we are love. That's why when you sleep, your ego mind is not on command. So immediately your vibration rises to love. So I really recommend this book to goes along with the A Course in Miracles. I think that information it's really changed my life and helped me in so many ways that happiness really starts in your mind. Actually, everything starts in your mind. All accomplishment, all the big things that ever happen in this world start on one mind or on the collective mind. So it's really important to feed your mind give a good food to your mind. I think I'm gonna stop that video here, and thank you again, and much love and light to you, dear one.